All right, y'all. We just gonna go right in. Yeah, man. It's Pilgrims in the Earth back at you again. All praises be to the Most High. That's first and foremost. All praises, glory, honor. All praises go to the Most High. I don't just be saying that. I be living that. Yeah. As you know, we all got to do better. None of us is perfect. So, but yeah, man. It's Pilgrims in the Earth. Welcome back. It's good to be before y'all. It's a blessing to see another day. I'm still, maintaining, enduring to the end, being a husband, a father, a child of the Most High. Um, yeah, man, try not to be complacent, but I ain't gonna lie, this YouTube thing it can be frustrating at times. For example, I post up videos of different content and they take it down, and then I start to see the kind of agenda of what they call shadow banning. You can't find they be hiding my channel, and then my views have went significantly down. It's crazy what they do, but if it be the will for the Most High, we gonna keep working. We gonna keep working. We not gonna get discouraged, right? But yeah, man. Yeah, man. I've been enduring. Uh, evaluating the world, what's going on, kind of just sitting back and watching, because as you know, as we call our channel Pilgrims in the Earth, that's exactly how our lifestyle is. We try to stay absolved or separated from the world. You get what I'm saying? So I'm watching from a distance. Actually, I was just watching a video, a very disturbing video. I watch disturbing videos a lot, but this video in particular was it was a guy on like a he was on a balcony. It looked like they was in like a hotel room. They was like at least about 10, 15 floors up. This guy was on a balcony of like a hotel. It looked like they was having like a hotel party or gathering or whatever. And they had like the phone on them, like this, like, look, man, he out there, he threatening to jump off the balcony, very small balcony. And I mean, it's almost, they like taking it as a joke, laughing, holding the camera up. And this guy, he actually like drops down and he's holding on to the bars of the balcony. And they like, oh, look, he and when I say this man let go and he dropped down, and I'm talking about, they like, oh, call the police. They still have the camera on this man laying on top of a car. Of course, nobody will make it after that. It had to be the Father's will if you make it through that. But they like, look, his hair's still moving and laughing. And I'm like, man, this world is turning very dark before our eyes, man. It's turning very dark, and who knows where it's gonna be like in the next couple years if we at this point already. It's like I fear for my children, man. I fear for my children, my grandchildren. I don't have grandchildren, of course, but but the world but of course we know, if you have understanding, of course, in the biblical scriptures, and that's your foundation, you have understanding of these things must come, right? So we are living in Matthew chapter 24. So that's why I titled this video, "The Majority of People Will Die." The majority of people will die. And it's a reason why I say that, because if you look around you, most people are already they've already laid in their casket already. You get what I'm saying? If you're a person that doesn't accept change, you don't accept growth, you don't accept constructive criticism, you don't you always looking on the outside, whether the inside, you looking on the exterior versus your interior of what you need to fix in your household, you might have already made your bed already. I did a video before about are you a reprobate? This is kind of like the same kind of content with that. Um, I'm not gonna say I'm perfect at all. Not nowhere near perfect. But one thing's for sure, the Most High, all praises to the Most High, that I still have the sense of judgment of myself. You know, if something happens, I kind of like to analyze the situation and see where I went wrong in that situation. Even though I might have been done wrong, I like to see like what could I have done better, or what did I do in that situation that kind of, you know, that could have been better, might I say. But when you look at the world, man, I'm talking about the social media, the internet, the Twitters, and man, people are just doing whatever. You know, they're doing whatever for attention. You know, they doing whatever for, you know, clout, money, whatever. But yeah, man, let me read this real quick, right? This just give me I'm gonna go over a couple of scriptures real quick. So this is Matthew 13 and 15. Of course, for this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing. So the people, a lot of these people, they're already turned away from God, the voice of God. You know, when you get to reading the Bible, or you get to saying anything that's involved with standard living or correction, they don't like that. That's more offensive to them than actual dysfunction going on in their neighborhoods and their families. I mean, it's so much going on in the world. You got people coming up missing, you know, young ladies coming up missing. Um, and the Luciferian world that Satan wants to bring present to us, it's already, the world is ripe for it. You get what I'm saying? Especially in America. But yeah, so hold on one moment. Yeah, for this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. So the Most High, he wants us to be converted, you know, into a new way, you know, a new way of correction. All these things in the world is happening for our sake, you know, for man's sake. For the righteous sake is to correct us, to say, oh, I don't want to be like that. Let me choose a side, because it's going to get worse and worse. And it's not guaranteed that I'm gonna see tomorrow. So every day I should be examining myself and correcting my soul and my spirit, getting my spirit right with the Most High. For the wicked sake, all this stuff, a lot of people are about to get wiped out, man. A lot of people are about to get wiped out. Um, Not only because of our actions being wicked, but these systems, man, Satan has a strong hold on us, man. Of course, I always talk about the pandemic, the stronghold of the trust that we have of the system. The stronghold that the system has on us as far as the trust. For example, right? I was just talking to my wife about that. I always say that, but you know, in the scriptures, and I can read this to back this up. The Most High will start directing the righteous into certain places in the earth. You know, that's why I call my channel Pilgrims in the Earth, because we have the same mindset of Abraham. You know, when Abraham was told to go one way, go somewhere and leave, get up and leave, that's what he did. And you know, I was inspired by that. You know, our people have always had to move around and migrate to avoid trouble. You get what I'm saying? Um, Even in the days of, you know, fleeing Israel, what happened? We had to flee. We had to flee out of the country. Don't enter that back therein, because there were Roman armies that were looking to kill our people. You get what I'm saying? During crisis time, when he was a child, when they were looking to kill the children 2 and under, you know, his parents had to flee. A voice told them to flee into Egypt. During Moses' time, what happened? Moses' parents had to put him away and send them over into Egypt, because all the children were getting murdered. So when you see trouble, it's time to get up and move around. But your spirit has to be directed or intact with the Most High to even see or have discernment that it's time to move, because trouble is coming. So the scriptures tell you in Baruch that we will be protected in a certain land in the end times. But first, we must go through the wilderness, right? Go through the wilderness again and go up under that rock. Matter of fact, let me read that, because I don't want to just be talking. I don't want to just be talking to y'all, man. Make sure this is Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20, and let's start let me start at 15. Yet also I lifted up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land which I had given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. As you know, the first time when we were delivered out of Egypt, the Most High, he did all these miracles and delivered us out. Our people had Egypt written all on us. You know what I'm saying? Just like we have America written all on us. You know, to this point today, right? I've been out of America for almost 2 years. I love my people, man. Don't get me wrong. I love my people, but there's a stench and America today, or Babylon today, is spiritual Egypt. So a lot of us, we have Egypt written all on us. Even me, to a lot of people. I probably, the way I walk, the way I talk, you know our mannerisms, man, it's a stench. But imagine us coming out of Egypt. We have all these idol ways, these traditions that we learned in Egypt. We was even complaining in the wilderness, like, dang, why you bring us out here to kill us? But I'm not trying to go too off. Let me read this real quick. So let me go down to verse 37. So, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. The covenant, like before, when the blood was sprinkled on the the Levites, that was a sign of a covenant, between Israel and the Most High. And I will purge out from among you the rebels. This is one thing we never talk about. We always talk about the outward enemy. We always talk about the outward enemies, the white man, the Jewish man, the this man, the that man, but we never really address the black man or the black people. That's the problem within our circles, within our communities, within our own nation. So he said there's rebels amongst us. There's people who deliberately they can play their role well. Oh yeah, we Israelites. Oh yeah, we for the people. There's people that their agenda is different from the righteous. Um, these people, they'll sit and wait for an opportunity to cause, offenses, to cause just straight up dysfunction. You get what I'm saying? And this behavior have been taught to us, and a lot of that comes from unrepentant sin. So a lot of us are holding on to something that we can't let go, and because of that, the Most High have turned us over to that sin that we won't or refuse to let go. So these will be rebels amongst us, in them that transgress against me I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn. So they will be coming. A lot of them will be delivered from those, or be coming out of those countries, just like we have. Just because you made it out of America or you made it out of your captivity country doesn't mean that you're still not going to have to go through the process of being tested in the wilderness. Now, what's very interesting, when I came to Tanzania years ago, maybe 5 years ago, almost 5 years, I started to learn, like, wow, I start seeing so many diaspora. I'm talking about people from, I done seen black people from Holland, the UK, Canada, Haiti. All these people were coming to one place. And I was like, wow, it is very interesting at this time that that's happening. And then once you learn Tanzania in itself, meaning is sell into the wilderness. Sell into the wilderness. That's interesting. So, and I started to think about a lot of stuff that we see in the Bible. We think that, of course, there will be miracles and there will be crazy things going on. The Most High showing signs, but I don't think it's as I don't think it's as spooky as people think it is. I don't. We lift it up, and we lifted up, dragged over the Atlantic Ocean. Man, a lot of these things is gonna, the Most High is saying when He's calling His people back, a lot of us, we have to do the actual footwork to actually get it done. You have to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? When it says deliver thyself, O Israel, that's a physical, that starts with you. You get what I'm saying? Of course, the Most High showing you signs, hey, something is wrong. Iran not playing, China not playing, Russia not playing. The money just ain't moneying up no more. It seems like evil is growing worse and worse and worse. It may be time to leave. But The Most High calling us out of these places. A lot of us are stuck in the same captivity or authoritative routine. For example, um when we were in school, and the schools is set up like prisons. If you didn't know that by now, the buses, they got the same prison buses, they got the same lunch trays. It's set up, it looked the same. The lunchroom is set up the same way. I can go on and on. The 8 hours of, you had a control program system in school, right? What do you have in prison? The same thing, right? So a lot of people actually, do you know, there's people that do 20 years, 30 years, even 10 years. On their day for them to leave, they reject it or they do something to stay in prison. Why? Because all they know is the program that has been set up for them. They much rather listen to this man. Hey, take a shower. Hey, time to eat. Hey, time to go in the yard. Time to go to child. So a lot of our people cannot handle the actual freedom that the Most High will give us, what I'm saying, to get ourselves right. Because a lot of us, and I talk to many people, right? I talk many people hitting me up now, hey, saying like, hey man, people, we ready. It's people trying to get up out of here now. Everybody finding their way out. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. We here now. We here. All the work that I've been doing, people actually hitting me up, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, wherever you need me. But anyway, what was I about to say? But yeah, it's about that time. But a lot of people ask me, and I understand it because I thought the same way. What are we gonna do when we get there? How can I make money? How can we set up businesses? How can we buy land? A lot of times you need to just leave your captivity and sit down and observe yourself. Let the Most High deal with you. A lot of us have been broken. A lot of us have been caged animals for so long. We've never even had the time to sit down and analyze ourselves. I had to sit here for years, man. I'm talking about I had to separate from so many things. Of course, leaving America, that's a separation in itself. But coming outside, friends, family, all that, I had to separate from everything to actually look at myself like, wow, I don't like myself. I don't like my actions. I don't like what I've been doing. So the Most High wants us to just sit down and pay attention to ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? How can you judge, when you got a beam in your own eye? You get what I'm saying? Take it out so you can see clearly, so you can have righteous judgment. But we have this whole community of oh, they doing this or they doing that, they doing this or they doing. But what about you? You get what I'm saying? So that's always what I've been preaching. I'm not against the uniting the nation. Of course, we will have to come together, but I do believe that will be a small portion or a small remnant of our people. Because like I said, there's rebels. There's rebels amongst us that don't want to see that happen. Or they will be amongst us when that happen and it will cause trouble. You get what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, even leaving America, I done seen people that would even try to get close to people that I know, and and cause trouble. I'm talking about people, not just friends, but people you do business with, landlords, all that, and cause trouble. You get what I'm saying? You got people, households that's all out of order. All of us, we have to get ourselves together, man. We got to get ourselves together. But man, a majority of people will die. A lot of these things that's happening in the world, the wars, offenses, the weather, all the weather tripping and all that stuff. A lot of that stuff will get a lot of us out the way, especially if we do not repent from the sin that we holding on to, the stubbornness, the unforgiveness, the idols. You get what I'm saying? The trust in the American government, because and when I say the government, you already know what I mean. I'm talking about the whole system. A lot of us still trust in the medical system. They're, they, these people, you know, these people are set up to kill you. Their whole system is set up to kill you. Even the body parts you have inside of your body is valuable. A heart is worth what, about over 500,000, or to install it is like over $1 million. So why do you think people is coming up missing? or why do you think hospitals are diagnosing you with all these different conditions? You know, they have files, you know what I'm saying? They have paperwork on you your whole life and don't let you be a donor, you know what I'm saying? A volunteer donor on your identification. You don't think they're going to be looking at that heart like, hey, yeah, you're dealing with something, maybe we can help it. Next thing you know, you're walking, breathing perfectly, and then a couple months you're dead. Now they're telling your family, hey, you need to go in there and say, your last words. How? I just seen them walking and talking. But see, it's the constant trust that we have in these people. You get what I'm saying? We trust in their education. We trust in, what these doctors are telling us. So my number one thing, and if you go back to watch you know, the video I did, I think it's 5 steps of becoming a pilgrim in the earth. That's a real good one. I talked about, basically letting go of everything, relearning, unlearning, then relearning everything again. You get what I'm saying? Being built up by the Most High, we have to become like children, drawn from the breast. Everything we've been taught has been lies. You get what I'm saying? And there's been good things, and that's no diss to our parents, our grandparents. They taught us good things. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, for the most part, a lot of stuff we learned in America was false. You get what I'm saying? But it's a new world. The tide is changing. The tide is changing, man. But yeah, let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here. So yeah, there will be a purging in the wilderness. The majority of people are die. You got family, you got friends. They gonna be led to the slaughter. Satan is preparing a feast for everybody. You get what I'm saying? Either you gonna sit down and eat, but the Most High is preparing a feast also. You get what I'm saying? There's a marriage coming. Uh, the path is very narrow. You get what I'm saying? The path is very narrow. Number one, truth will set you free, or it's supposed to make you free. Most people ain't even dealt with the truth yet. You know what I'm saying? If you still like, oh y'all, you're a conspiracy theorist, everything is fine, every this too shall pass. 9 times out of 10 is you already made your bed, man. You already made your bed. And it's unfortunate that we have to come to these terms that, I'm preparing for the majority of people that I love, the majority of people that I've known and know will die. They will die. And guess what? I will die too if I do not do self correction, self examination, and continue to fast and pray and continuously get closer to the Most High. My job here is to be a pilgrim in the earth and be a he goat before the flock. And also, wherever the Most High needs me, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And raise my children to the best of my ability and teach them the Most High. You get what I'm saying? Teach them everything early what I learned late. You get what I'm saying? So until then, that's what I'm doing. I have an everyday routine with that. Every now and then I take a little, we go to the beach or something like that. But for the most part, man, this thing don't stop. You know what I'm saying? You have to think evil don't sleep. Evil do not sleep. But yeah, once you prepared yourself mentally that this is a war, this is a spiritual war, and it's also physical that the majority of people will die, you will stop trying to hold on to certain stuff. I was naive for a long time. Oh, we gotta be together with this, and we gotta be together with that. But once I start realizing if it's not fruitful for my purpose or fruitful for my path, I'm good. I cut you off. I cut you off real quick and cut me off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we not, and I still love you. You get what I'm saying? I mean, still love. But if I see, there's no accountability that I'm holding for myself and I expect you to hold for yourself, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's no diss to nobody. That's just in general. But yeah, this second Esdras 8:3. There be many created, but few shall be saved. So the majority of people in the world that we all been created some kind of way. You get what I'm saying? But there will be few that shall be saved. So there's gonna be a testing, man. There's gonna be a test And we all must pass that test to go to the other side. As you can see, there's a big depopulation plan. Why? And people say, if there's a God, why would he allow these people to, all these plans that they have cooked up, the Bill Gates and, these Luciferian people and all, why would the Most High allow them to do this? Well, why wouldn't he? You know what I'm saying? Most of the people believe these people are, good people anyway. Just because they got on glasses and a collared shirt, oh, he knows you have to listen to him. He's a doctor, or he's a lawyer, or he's a good teacher. So, or he's a preacher. So most people will die anyway just because they don't accept truth or they still think the lies are true. So you already get them out the way. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying that the Most High don't meet people where they at. But one thing about the Most High, He will reveal things to you. You get what I'm saying? If you're a faithful servant, the Most High will show you things. But I will say, I do see the older generation. They kind of stick to, things that are not true. Let's just keep it 1,000. They're still into, watching the news or voting and things like that. I would say this new generation, it's different. But one thing about the older generation, one thing they stick to, they're not gonna turn against Christ. They're not gonna turn against God for the most part. But this new generation, a lot of them have turned against it. This whole it's a new age belief and all these different things. So that's the difference. But yeah, man, just if you look at your friend, if you got friends or you got family or you got associates, just look at people, man. Look at the vibration of people. People will literally watch a person on the ground suffering, dying, and they would just walk right past them. They would just walk right past them with no regard of sympathy, no regard of mercy. There's people that want to see you fall. There's people that want you dead. They want to do harm to your children. And you don't even know it. You just walking amongst these or living amongst these people or operating amongst these people and not even knowing. You get what I'm saying? So the majority of the world is gonna die, man, with what's coming. There's gonna be diseases. There's gonna be famine. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be wars. And it's gonna be men slaying men, killing each other. Man, there's gonna be so much, man. There's gonna be so much going on. It's almost gonna be, dang, can a righteous barely make it? But best believe what's coming is gonna force the righteous to be like, you know what, I gotta get myself back even more closer. It's gonna force the righteous to get closer with the Most High, and it will force the wicked to get more wickeder. When Moses was building that ark, and all the, they laughing at him, they partying. Oh yeah, turn up. It's people turning up right now. They seeing everything that's going on in the world, and they just turning up. So when we were delivered from Egypt, you don't think there was turning up going on in the wilderness? You get what I'm saying? So it's people that's gonna leave places of their captivity and even make it from that point, and they gonna look around like, okay, everything is good now. You know what I'm saying? We got free time, we got a little money now. I ain't got to work like I used to in captivity. Let me turn back to my sin, and will become even worse than they was before because they've never had the time to actually sit down with themselves. And I say that for myself because I found myself depressed at a time. Like, dang, I've never had this much leisure. You get what I'm saying? Because all we know was serving. We're children. we're spoiled. We children of the spoiled. You get what I'm saying? Our ancestors were taken down by a people, and we were taken under their authority. I mean, I don't care how you want to slice it. It's a new day. Oh yeah, we fought for the freedom, man. That's garbage. Did they just say, okay, now you can go now? Or did we have to fight a war for our people to be back free? That never happened. So you're still a slave. We're still slaves. You know what I'm saying? So and and it's people that think that the Most High is going to physically lift them up and bring them to a place. That's not gonna happen because it starts here first. Where's your faith? Where is your faith? It starts here first. So yeah, man, I just wanted to keep y'all encouraged, man. I know this is a short one right here. I know I ain't really been dropping anything in the past week or so, but I don't want to oversaturate, the channel with, with different with too much. You get what I'm saying? I did that in the past, but I want to kind of let it breathe a little bit, like I always say. I want you to. This is more like a journey channel. I kind of want you to follow me on my journey, and yeah, and I can share my testimony with you and be a help to somebody. But yeah, man, it's pilgrims in the earth. Y'all stay prayed up, stay serving the Most High. Pray for me. I'm praying for y'all. Peace.